Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Dawn and today I am making a cute, scrappy junk journal, I guess, but scrappy. I have been trying to do some like spring cleaning and get my space cleaned out. It's really easy to get behind on cleaning when you don't have a lot of time to spend it in your craft space, but I found just a bunch of papers that I guess I had cut down probably to make something like these journals with, but I found all these pieces and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a quick video on how I make some quick, scrappier journals. I'm gonna bind them with a stapler. I have a long arm stapler here. I use this a lot. If you're making a lot of journals, highly recommend. So I have different kinds of papers. These are a really thick cardstock. I got this a long time ago at Joann, and it's a very thick cardstock. I made one here. Basically, I folded these pieces. They ended up looking a lot like a note card. So you could do this exact same thing, but with upcycled, vintage, repurposed, whatever, note cards. And if you have a note card, and it's not blank on the inside, and when you want to hide what's on the inside, you can put a piece of paper, you could decoupage some pattern paper or tissue paper, you could sew a piece of fabric around it. So you could easily adapt this project with note cards. And I actually have, I think last Christmas I did a video with note cards. But anyway, these are similar to a note card size, if that's hard to tell on screen. And I've got my pages ready to go. I have only about 30 minutes to get as much of this done as I can before the school bus comes. So I did one. And what I do usually, and I'll walk you through it, is I fold the covers, but I do not pre-fold any of my pages. And so I've put them in the order I want. So all of these are going to be similar, and I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to grab one from each pile, and I'm going to pop them into, something's upside down. I think I did not, no, I did. Okay, it was upside down. So here is our scrappy little book. It's actually easier if you grab all kinds of papers that have no way to be upside down. So if you're trying to do these really fast, maybe don't grab like music paper, maybe grab a book page instead, because a book page is going to be oriented in like this direction, so it won't be upside down, it'll be sideways no matter what you do. But here's this. I've got 8 pages in here, trying to keep it small because with the cover that's staple bound, you want to make sure you're able to grab all the papers. So this is my little scrappy journal, and I'm going to show you how I make one. So the first thing I do is grab my cover, and I'm going to make sure that it's like oriented the way I want it. And then I'm going to hold this, grab my first paper, and I'm just going to line it up on the cover, and I'm just going to hold it over here and keep doing that and line everything up. And now I just saw this has a cute word at the top, so I'm going to line this paper up. It's kind of hard to see, but there's more space at the top, and that will let this word peek up over the top. I'm just trying to line these up the best I can so they don't stick out over any edge. They don't have to be perfectly centered. They don't even have to be perfectly straight, especially with a smaller piece, because I don't think it matters much. They're very scrappy journals, and as I'm holding this, it'll just make sure everything's cushioned in there. And I'm going to line some up at the top, some up at the bottom, and just kind of get them in there. Now I know that these are going to come out a little scrappy. They might not be perfectly straight, and I think that that's part of the charm. And I have this really beautiful copper piece, copper colored goldish piece. Okay, now I have all 8 of my pages and my cover together. I'm going to flip it over so I can see the fold on the cover. And I'm going to do 2 staples right in the fold of my cover. Then, one of the reasons I don't fold all the pages is because I find that they slip sometimes, and if you haven't folded it yet, it doesn't matter if they slip. Then I just take the whole thing, use my hand to fold it, and then you can grab your bone folder, give it a smoosh on each side, and then I'll do one, but I won't do this for all of them. I'll go and fold down the cover, and then every 2 or 3 pages I'll go along and do that as well. And the reason I'm not going to do this for every single one of these is because I'm going to try to finish, I think I have 20 or 22 or something here. I'm going to try to finish all of these before, a couple of things before I run out of storage on my phone. I just use my phone to record, and then I move it to cloud storage, and then once my cloud storage starts to get full, I move it to a backup drive once it's like been uploaded on video, in case you're wondering, or on YouTube. So there's that. And it's a cute, scrappy little journal. And then it is kind of struggling to lay flat, but once I'm done with these, I will just put them all like this, pile them up, and I'll put something heavy on them, and by a day from now, they will be flat. So I'm just going to keep grabbing my covers, adding my pages, doing my staples, and then I will fold them all later, because I don't think I need to do that on camera. And I could always do that after the bus comes and the storage runs out. I'm going to put this one a little bit sideways in here just for fun, because we're allowed to have fun in crafting. And as long as when it folds, the corners don't stick out, there's no reason to not do that. So a couple of things that I would use these pages for, or these books for, if you have like a book club you're making gifts for, if you have a, you want to make a bunch of gifts for teachers or friends or something like that, you could make a bunch of these really quickly, and they're really cute. And then you can add a little ribbon, you can add some sort of other type of closure. You could decorate the front a little bit, but then you have, that didn't go all the way through. So I'm just going to take it out, and I'm going to put the staple right back in the same place. So these are really easy to pop out for gifts or clubs, or if you're trying to mass make something where you're like, I make journals. See, look at the journals I made. That kind of thing. My son is in a really awesome school, and sometimes I will try to... Last year it didn't work out because he ended up getting, well, the whole house ended up getting pretty aggressively sick right before Christmas break, and he ended up actually missing a few days of school right before Christmas break. But I will typically try to make something really small and really cute for everybody in his school, like all the teachers in the school, which can be a lot. It's usually around 65 or 70 people. And so I'm always looking for something to like make a ton of really quickly around gift giving season. So that's why I'm like, oh, teacher gifts, which I know it's like the middle of summer, but I don't know, maybe instead of Christmas presents this year, since I missed Christmas, so there's another one. Maybe I will send in like an end of the year gift for all his teachers, and maybe I'll do something like these little journals, or I've done it's hard to think and work at the same time. I did bookmarks one year, and I did small journals another year, so, you know, you never know. I like to have fun with crafty things. And I hope you do too. So I'm just going to make a bunch of these. That's kind of the whole goal of this video. And then I'm going to tell you these specifically I will be using, I will be selling these on my Etsy as part of a like spring cleaning sale I plan to do. So my spring cleaning sale, I'm making some things out of stuff that I have like cleaned. So like I said, I found this project that was just an incomplete project. These journals were sitting there waiting to be made. All the pages were cut and everything, and then I just got distracted and forgot. So there's another one with the yellow cover. So for my spring cleaning, I'm going to have a couple things. I'm working on some like paper ephemera packs. They are going to be a huge variety of paper and pages, similar to my collage packs that I've been making, except these will not have a theme, and they will be they'll be bigger. I'm packing them in like generally larger bags, and they'll have some bigger pieces in them. They might have some like full-size pages from magazines or like really cool vintage books in my collection, because I have a lot of vintage books, and some of them I've taken quite a few pages out of and then not finished using the book. And so I'm trying to, like, if I can cut down half the space on my shelf by emptying out books that I've used half of the book, then that's going to really help me clean. So I'm putting book pages in, I'm putting large paper scraps, or like if I used part of an 8x8 paper pad and then didn't finish using it, or, you know, a 6x6 paper pad, maybe that kind of paper that sort of kicks around your room, or at least my room. So that's the kind of stuff I'm putting in there. There's already quite a few vintage pages, not just book pages, but also like quilting pages and like sewing themed stuff from when I made my sewing kits. I got some leftovers there. You know, just kind of pieces that are really cool to use and that maybe I had a plan for them, but I just haven't gotten around to doing the thing I wanted to do with them. So it's time for me to kind of move on. And it's all really good stuff. So I'm making those packs, and you'll be able to, at some point, I knew that wasn't going to go through. At some point, I'll have a video showing off what's in the packages. They're all, of course, a little bit different. I can show you what I have now for them. I'll just pull one out. So here I have some book pages, like a really cool magazine page. That's a little card I made that I just like didn't do anything with. And then we have all these pieces, and then I'll be adding more. Like I said, I have books that I've like used half the book for a project, and now it's just taking up space and I haven't gotten back to using it. So I'll be filling this in with a lot more pieces. This is not even half as many as I want to fit in here. So that's part of my spring cleaning. And then these little journals I'll have available for sale as part of my spring cleaning, because I'm cleaning and making stuff with these. And cleaning, you know, spring cleaning. That's what I'm calling it because it's spring, and that's when I gotten the chance to clean stuff. And then in addition to some newer stuff that I'll be popping up there, I will be... Oh, I like that one for a center. In addition to some of the newer stuff I'm adding, I will also be discounting a lot of the things in my shop. So I'll have a big sale. I'll have a big discount. You won't need a coupon code. You'll just need to know to run over there and grab it while it's there. And that will not, the sale will apply to anything that's like in my shop now. It will not apply to any of my new, like my April journals that I've been working on will not be on sale. The purple ones. And so, if you're interested in April journal, those will be released before the spring cleaning stuff goes on sale and before the spring cleaning sale. And don't feel like if you grab it in the release on the release day that you will miss out on a code, because I will not be discounting the April stuff anyway. And that's just like a personal choice, because you know, I worked hard on those and I don't feel like I need to spring clean them. They're brand new. But I do have some kits in my shop. I know the lighting just changed. My phone battery is low, so now I'm racing yet another thing. What an adventure this video has been. Anyway, I'm kind of just rambling, but I have a big spring cleaning sale coming up that I plan to do. I have some stuff I'm making for that I'm cleaning out to get that stuff made. I have some stuff that's been in my shop for a little while, like my sewing journal kits. Those will be on sale, and it'll be at some point in April that'll be happening. I have to, next week for my kids, my son is spring break, so I have to kind of get through spring break where I won't be recording much. I'm hoping to have some pre-filmed videos so nobody really notices I'm gone, but I won't be able to get down into my room to work, so that's the last week of March, and then I'll be able to get back down here and work on the spring cleaning stuff and get that sale sorted and all up and ready to go. So that's kind of my update. And if you like these little journals, these will be part of that spring sale, and they are probably going to come with a bunch of goodies. I'm thinking of making them into little like journal bundles, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And I think between bus time limits, memory storage, and phone battery that I'm probably going to end this video here. And I'll just lay out these couple of journals we made. I did some with the different cover patterns. And as you can see by my pile, I have some more patterns too to get through. So I have the purple, yellow, and blue. And I'll be making all these into journals, and they'll be part of my big spring cleaning sale. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're inspired. And don't forget, you can do this with not only scraps, but you can also do this with greeting cards. So I hope this inspires you to go play with your papers and use up some of your stash and have fun. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everyone.